Welcome to another presentation of the Social Distancing Short Play Festival. Today we present Steering into the Skid, a play in 12 months by Arnold Johnston and Deborah and Percy. This one act focuses on Amanda and Tim, both in their 60s, and in 12 short scenes set in their SUV traces a year in their life together from New Year's Day to New Year's Eve. As the months pass, the changes wrought by advancing age and Alzheimer's disease force each other to adjust to new demands in their imperfect but loving marriage.
I'm Angela Alexander Nalley, and I will be playing the role of Amanda.
I'm Phil Fiorini, and I'm playing the role of Tim.
And we now present Steering into the Skid, a play in 12 months by Arnold Johnston and Deborah and Percy. Setting, a mid-sized SUV. Time, close to 1 a.m. on the first New Year's Day.
January.
Amanda sits and watches from the front passenger seat as Tim brushes snow from the windshield.
Tim, that's good enough. Home is only 6 blocks away, and you've already cleared the side mirrors once.
I'm almost done. Close the door. You're letting the heat out.
What heat? You haven't even turned on the engine.
I have to see to drive.
It's freezing.
Well, of course it's freezing. Shut the door.
She does. After a beat, he gets in on the driver's side and throws the scraper on the rear seat.
I don't know why you have to be so picky about a little snow on the car.
Well, it's illegal not to clean your windows. You know how many drunks are on the road at this time on New Year's Day? Too drunk to clear their windows. They may as well be driving around in igloos.
Why can't you start the car before all of the obsessive snow removal?
If the windows heat up, the snow turns to ice.
He turns on the ignition.
So much for another Lyle and Libby New Year's Eve party.
Libby told me she's had enough of sex. She says she's too old and she's done with it.
Too old? Is there such a thing?
Not from where I sit. She says that Lyle keeps harping on her to irritate her.
Lyle the crocodile. And the woman with the curly red hair. Was she sitting on Lyle's lap all night just to irritate Libby too?
Rita? Neither the color nor the curls ever occurred in nature. Well, I'm glad we don't have far to go. Whew, I'm ready to call it a night. Well, a morning.
It's not even 1 o'clock. The New Year's barely started.
I'm tired anyway, and full. Champagne, filet, and I can still taste the cilantro in those nasty meatballs.
I'm not tired. We used to stay up a lot later than this. Let's not get old.
It's really snowing. Be careful.
Yeah, I am being careful.
Tim, here's our street. Here.
I saw it. You startled me. I could have gone into a skid.
Well, you almost missed it, Buster.
I saw it.
You're just upset because you didn't want to leave the party.
We used to see the sun come up on January 1st. Remember?
I remember the hangovers.
Happy New Year.
I'll sit on your lap.
Promises.
February.
Tim sits in the driver's seat. Amanda's in the passenger's.
Look, just outside Atlanta, and it's already 68 degrees.
It's rush hour. Are we taking the ring road?
I say straight through. Shoot the rapids.
Atlanta traffic is crazy. How about the ring road?
Well, how about a snack? A handful of oat squares?
Not till you're done shooting the rapids.
There's a big interchange coming up. Which way do we go?
Left, I think.
Right here?
Right. No, go left right here.
Oh, good grief, Mandy. Left. Then you say right.
I meant you were right. We go left. Maybe we need a GPS.
I have all the maps in my head.
Says the man who took us on the unplanned detour through Nashville.
Says the woman who has an answer for everything.
If we had a GPS, we'd both have an answer for everything. March.
Amanda sits in the passenger seat, watching as Tim finishes scraping the window. He gets in and hooks his seatbelt.
Meticulous as always.
We should have stayed in Florida for another month. We could have gone and seen the Tigers in Lakeland. They have hitting, pitching, and fielding this season.
You and your Tigers. Should I turn on the GPS?
I know how to get there. The Best Buy store at the mall, right?
Do you? It's been a while. Why not use the GPS?
That expense was your idea. I have the maps in my head, remember?
If we hadn't gotten the new GPS, we might still be in Nashville.
Very funny. I don't like her voice. Mechanical and snotty at the same time.
We'll change it. Give her a French accent.
But then I'd have to get used to the new one. I like things the way they are. There's no reason to change everything.
I'll tell Libby that the next time she talks about dumping Lyle.
Very funny. I'm serious. This new TV you want, 50-inch flat screen. Why do we need a flat screen? The old one was fine.
This TV is HD, a high definition picture. You can see the individual hairs on people's heads. And DVR, now you won't miss any baseball games when we go out in the evening.
DVR, Blu-ray, the cloud, and these new remotes with new channel numbers. Who can keep track? I can't even figure out which remote to use half the time.
I wrote down all the new cable channels on a note card.
Now all we have to do is keep track of the note card.
Okay, Buster. Enough crabbing. Start the engine.
I'll start you.
We live in hope.
They kiss.
April.
Tim begins driving.
Did you remember the grocery list?
Here it is.
What time do we have to pick up Jake and the girls?
Their plane arrives at 2:30 in theory.
Did we remember to put M&Ms on the list?
One of us did.
Oat squares?
The ones in the blue box.
Anything nutritious?
Not much.
Good. I'm taking the girls to the par 3 course tomorrow. Time to start them off on golf.
And I'll take Jake downtown for lunch. Winfield's.
The important thing is to practice the swing. Then muscle memory takes over.
Are we talking about golf or sex?
Very funny. Did you remember the list?
It's right here.
Well, what about oat squares? Did you add oat squares?
May.
They sit. Again, Tim is driving.
I could have driven. Let the birthday boy relax and be chauffeured.
I like driving. May in, May out. Where are we going again?
Winfield's. Do you need the GPS?
I get all the snappy repartee I need without adding her to the mix.
Did you say snotty?
Maybe I should have. At least I didn't say mechanical.
Lyle said that they'd pick up the tab for dinner and dessert, and if we wanted champagne, we'll have to pay for that ourselves.
Getting the crocodile to pick up any part of a check is satisfaction enough. Does this mean his and Libby's sex life is back on track?
I doubt it. She hid his Viagra. June.
They sit. Tim is driving, as usual.
Poor Lyle. Leg broken in 3 places?
Perhaps people our age should think twice about taking up parasailing.
And now he's dependent on Libby for everything.
No sex, that's for sure.
We're pretty lucky, aren't we?
Sex-wise? Certainly.
And otherwise, We like each other.
Well, thank goodness. We all need to remember that we could fall off a parasail and find ourselves at the mercy of someone who's profoundly angry at us.
If you broke your leg in 3 places, I'd wait on you, hand and injured foot.
I know you would. You're a sweet boy.
And you are a profoundly sweet girl. But I don't want you waiting on me. Not hand, not foot.
I know.
I don't need you laying out my clothes the way you did for Jake.
You had your PJ top on. Wouldn't work for dinner, buddy.
You're sweet. But I don't need your help.
Speaking of sweet, we need to stop off and pick up a box of chocolates or something for Lyle.
I guess the aged and infirm revert to childhood tastes. How about a stuffed animal, too?
Be nice, Tim. And stay off parasails. July.
Tim is in the driver's seat.
Why didn't you just leave the mail in the mailbox till we got back?
Oh. I actually thought you might want something to read along the way.
Well, we're only going to the shoe store to replace your brown loafers and maybe pick up a birthday gift for Jake.
Tim starts the car.
Those loafers were my favorites. Who loses a shoe?
It must have fallen out of the car at the golf course. That day you wore your golf shoes home? Well, that's when you missed it.
And now it's gone. Just plain stupid.
We'll find you an identical pair. Oh. Ugh. Well, most of this is junk. Credit card offers and insurance stuff. Well, they all want to sell me supplemental Medicare insurance, and I'm not even retired yet. Oh.
Sent me the same crap before I retired. Those shoes were broken in just right.
Like me. Oh, well, look, even AARP is pushing this stuff. I thought they were on our side.
My side. You're still on every day doing appraisals. Why don't you retire?
Well, we have to pay for things like the flat screen and in Florida.
They send all this stuff about a vigorous old age. Everybody tanned and fit playing tennis, but they actually think we need protection, a protection racket.
Let's not get old.
I feel fine.
August.
August.
They sit. Tim is driving. A cell phone rings. Amanda takes it from her purse or her pocket.
Oh, it's Jake. Hi, dear. How are you? How's our August birthday girl? Did she like the princess doll? We did. The appointment was at 10.
Which means I had to get up way too early.
We're on our way home now. No, not much. No one likes a new doctor, I guess. Oh, I don't know about costs yet. Well, this guy is the expert on the...
He dragged me off into an expensive specialist because I lost a shoe, because I don't want to load the dishwasher.
Can I call you when we get home, honey? Cell phone to cell phone is hard to hear.
And too easy for me to hear.
Oh, I love you too. Kiss the girls for us, and I'll call you back in an hour or so.
When I'm not around to hear.
Sweetheart. Buddy.
I don't like any of this.
I don't like it either. I don't.
Let's make it go away. Let's go away. Let's take off for Florida. See the tigers in
Lakeland.
This damn RPM could get us there.
GPS, sweetheart.
GPS.
We had a lovely time, didn't we? Walking on the beach, eating grouper bites.
A lovely time. A grouper bites.
In Florida.
Right. In Florida.
September.
They sit in their usual places with Tim driving.
Is it Winfield's?
That's right, sweetie. Libby's favorite place. Ours too, remember?
Well, of course I remember.
And I DVR'd the Tigers game so you won't miss it.
Hitting, pitching, DVR'd. Good work. Good work, Mandy.
You can watch it when we get home from dinner.
At Winfield's?
Right, with Libby.
What I don't understand is why she would want me along.
Well, we come as a set, don't we? She can use the moral support.
Well, who gets divorced in their 60s?
Everyone has some sort of limit. She's rediscovered her sex drive.
And what about Lyle?
He's rediscovered the chemically enhanced redhead.
I guess he must have found his Viagra.
Did you take your pills today?
Viagra?
Oh, Tim, you know what I mean.
I forgot. I'll wash them down with champagne at,
Winfield's. Turn here. Right here. Turn right.
Yeah.
October.
Tim sits, staring straight ahead. Amanda knocks on the window.
Roll the window down. The button's right there. Why are you sitting out here in the driveway?
The driveway?
Yes, that's right, the driveway.
Mandy, I couldn't find the golf course.
Tim, sweetheart, it's in the GPS, in favorites.
I turned it on. She wouldn't say a word, snotty or otherwise.
Oh, she doesn't talk until she knows where you want to go.
I had no idea where I was. So I just drove around, and then I saw our mailbox.
Come on in. It's time for lunch.
Do we have oat squares?
It's too cold for golf anyway. Come inside, Buster. November.
Both are standing outside the SUV.
What's this guy's name? This twerp?
Dr. Antwerp.
See, I knew he was some kind of twerp.
And he speaks so well of you.
Tell me this, Amanda. Why aren't you going to retire now? We planned it all out.
Plans change, buddy. December.
Tim sits on the passenger's side while Amanda brushes snow off the windshield. She opens up the door and leans toward him.
You look frozen. Should I start the car so it can warm up?
That'll make the windows ice up.
Oh, right you are, sweetie. I'll be done in a second. Tim, buddy.
She finishes brushing the windshield and gets into the driver's seat. She closes the door, tosses the scraper onto the rear seat, and hooks her seatbelt.
So, are you all ready for Libby's first solo New Year's Eve party?
Where's Lyle, the
Crocodile? Sunning himself on a riverbank for all I know.
I still don't see why I have to have a visiting nurse.
Pointing to GPS.
Well, it'll be like having her in the house. She's bad enough in the car.
It'll let you stay home without my worrying. Otherwise, well, you'd have to be...
Why can't you just call me now and again from work like you do now? I take my pills just the way I'm supposed to.
You know how busy I get at work, especially when I'm out doing appraisals. I'd hate to forget and leave you sitting at home with no one to talk to.
I don't want someone snotty and mechanical. I want you.
We'll find somebody nice. I promise. Anyway, right now we're going to Libby's party. We'll have a good time.
I can drive.
I know.
I like to drive.
I know, buddy.
You don't really like her, what is it, meatballs?
You remember? Oh, her meatballs are really nasty. Oh, too much garlic and cilantro. Who puts a half a cup of cilantro in meatballs?
I can drive. I like to drive.
I know. We'll find someone good to come and spend time with you.
I feel like I'm moving inside an igloo. Snow all around me. Woo! I found this under the seat. What is it?